Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Springville, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and we have a guest, but we have also got satin or gloss enamel from Folk-Art, and a gloss enamel from I'm not sure who, and another gloss enamel from Folk-Art. And I'm going to pile them into these cups and then use some of them on the surface of my painting. Oh, there's the gloss. That's the one I'm going to use on the surface. No, that's the one I'm going to use in between. So I'm going to try and have my cups be separate enough. And this is a double shot of enamel. That white and that are the same. And I'm going to just keep using colors I like. And I'm going to try and keep my quantities somewhat small so that I have more stripes. That's my theory anyway. I'm putting like colors near like colors for the most part. I have a lack of faith in the gold ever showing up, so I'm going to keep that aside and also put it in afterwards if I want. I'm going to go back to that pink again. And I have a magenta that I would love to see next to that, so that's going in there. I'm going to go back to where I started. This is going to be beautiful. I think I'm going to try and stop myself right there for right this second. Put that somewhere. There is no somewhere to put it. Okay, let's try. Make sure there's nothing in there. These little cream containers are great for ring pours and even ribbon pours. And I put a bunch of them on my link on my Amazon. I'm going to continue to add black because I like black and it makes things pop. And this is the color of the year is I think they call it something silly like normal blue or something, and but it's blue. It's probably boater's blue. I'm making up a name as I go. I want some other colors. That white always sinks. I'm going to grab some purple. The colors are different from each other. That's good. That was part of the point. I'm going to throw a little bit of lighter blue in there just to be different. And I really want some green. So let me put all my greens in there. And maybe just a little bit of each of them that way. I'm going to finish up with my favorite Folk-Art multi-surface neon purple. Because I can't get enough of that. So everything can go away now. I'll keep the gold handy and the black and the white handy in case I want them. I never did put that green in there, did I? Okay, never mind. Now it's in there. So I've got a 16 by 20 inch canvas, and I probably should have primed this in advance. But what I'm going to do is, as quickly as I can, use my OXO omelet turning spatula to put the thinnest layer possible. It's cold out here today, so the paint won't dry as quickly, which is really handy at this exact moment. And this is available on my Amazon link below. Show more underneath the video. It's the first blue link you'll find. And it's an awesome paint spreading tool. If you need a base layer of paint, you can spend about 90% less time with one of these than you can with almost any other tool I've ever seen, including frosting spreaders and less edgy spatulas. This edge on this silicone spatula is just it's awesome. I'm tongue tripping again. And we are done with that right now, and that's nice. Really nice. Really, 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 really nice. I'm going to scrape that off and leave that. Put it in the bucket. Now, I'm going to pull out my enamel. And it is a gloss from Folk-Art. And Patty's going to look up just in case she needs to see this, because she wants to make some pillows, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put a pillow of the gloss, come out, down in the center of this. And this is unusual. I haven't done anything like this before. You can tell the textures come out different. I'm plugged. I'm plugged, and I'm going to pour. Now this is not the same pillow that they use for the blooms, because that's house paint. This is enamel, and it really should be something spectacular. So I'm going to try and keep my picture out again. I said I would do ring pour, and then I didn't. But that's okay, because I can now. And my ring pours are never like everybody's ring pours anyway. It's obviously not a ring pour in the least. Same principle though, in my opinion, should be all good. I'm always amazed by what happens after you lay some ribbons down. And I'm prepared, fully prepared to be very surprised by whatever's coming. I'm going to give myself a little bit of something I want in there. As long as it will come out, and of course it will not. Ugh. A little more of that. I think what I really want is my favorite color. So now it's just time to tip. Make some room. No idea what's going to happen, but I know it's going to be something different. Now a lot of people will add more paint around their puddle, and I figure my puddle ought to be enough. And the puddle is also there as a catalyst because I know that enamel will change the composition of the paint that I added on top of it. And I'm not a slow tipper, as you can tell. I'm really, really, really bad at having the patience required to be a slow tipper. It's probably not a bad thing if you're not a fast tipper. The difference is the slow tippers wind up pouring their paint over the side, and I'm probably going to use that edge catcher over there in a second on my turntable. They also, like I said, they pour their paint over the side, and I am going to either let my paint pool on the edge catcher and take it off with a spatula and put it somewhere else, or I'm going to throw the color wave back onto the canvas. And I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to line it up, hold on to it. I'm going to let that go all the way down. And for a change, even though I'm going to rock my canvas so I cover my edge, for a change I'm only going to allow some of that to go back onto the canvas. So I have a beautiful stripe of paint right there. And I'm going to take that in a moment, as long as my unlevel surfaces will cooperate with me. We're getting some fabulous colors and patterns. And it's time for me, before I take any... Oh, I got to show you guys. Oh, you got to see this. Check that out. 1001, 1002, 1003. Check that out, Patty. Wow, that's just gorgeous. So I am going to shuffle up. Come on, come up. I'm going to take, that's edge catcher paint. I'm going to shimmy it right off the edge. I'm going to let it relax off my spatula to a point. And I have most of that paint right off. And I like doing this because it changes up the pattern and the colors in a certain area in an extreme way that I'm in love with. So I'll show you guys right now. None of that paint is left on that edge catcher. Well, very little anyway. And I can just keep taking that off. I can use my edge catcher again, and I will. I'm actually going to put it right back up on my turntable. Ooh, I've got paint over there. Usually I would rescue that also. But right now I think not so much. But I don't like wasting paint. If I can have it and use it again, I'm going to do it. Because people are concerned about mud, but for some reason I don't seem to make as much mud as some other people do. So I'm just continuing to tip. And if I wanted, oh yeah, look at that paint, that's awesome. Patty's like, I'm on the wrong side again. But we're definitely getting somewhere. I'm going to take that off. Look at that gorgeous paint, that's just gorgeous. And I'm going to take the gorgeous paint off my finger first and stick that right on the edge. And then I'm going to grab my last, no it's not, you cleaned a spatula for me, thank you. I'm going to grab what I can and put it right here. And then I'm going to grab some more, because I can, the name of my book on the Amazon link. Now, as nice as white space is, and it is nice, it doesn't bother me to use the paint that's beautiful, that has great patterns in it either. I do not have to continue to tip. If I had the opportunity now, if it was what I wanted completely, then I would just leave it, because I use GAC 800 by Golden in all of my paint. And I'm just using the sides where it's dripping over and paint on my spatula to help lead the paint that's up to the edge on the artwork. Oh, that's interesting, huh? Wow. And I've got more pretty paint over here, and I can use that. And I can take all of this paint right off, and I'm just going to shuffle it right up to the side, because I can. And I'm so close to being done. I should tell you guys, I'm going to torch to release the bubbles in my paint. If you're looking for my paint pouring recipe, you might want to look under the video, under Show More, click that open. You're also going to find a place that you can contribute via PayPal or Patreon if you want to be included in the monthly drawing. That this month includes 8 paintings and either one of my books or a lesson in Spring Hill, Florida at my studio. Do I get rid of it? No, I don't. I leave it. So it's almost time to torch. And I'm going to let this paint relax right off my spatula anyway. Now my edges are all covered, and that's not bothering me. I could do any number of things at this point, including blow air into some of the patterns. And expose more things and maybe pop more cells. There's so many things that I have not done to an enamel painting that I want to do all of them, all the time. And I believe from what I've heard and what I've seen so far is the enamels will continue to pop cells and create more patterns. So I could really tip some more, but I'm not sure I need to. I don't mind blowing into the paint because something interesting always happens. I don't mind that little white spot, but I couldn't waste that purple that was so pretty that you can't see down there. Actually, it's all going. See ya! And I can use my skewer and put a little paint right on it. And I'm really ready to torch. Do I want any gold? I kind of do. Just a little here and there, and I'm sure there's some more. Where else? You can tell I'm a little bit of a gold maniac, so I'm not the only one I've noticed. Lots of people are. I didn't mean to drip over there, but that's an opportunity to waggle a skewer, so that's not a bad thing either. And I've got 2 whole minutes left. And paint on my lip, which is always fun. Never fun, lying. So that was fun, trying to find out what was going to happen with the enamels as a base pillow. And that was also enamel. And I don't mind leaving some paint on my skewer so that it creates a sort of a more natural, strange pattern. And now I am going to torch. I have a lot of paint on this canvas. I would love it if you guys would decide that you could watch the videos for longer, because that's the one thing that'll keep me at YouTube. The YouTube algorithm only knows when you watch longer. Look at those cells pop. Wow. So I think I mentioned already, but I'll say it again. I torched to release the bubbles caught in the paint from shaking the paint with a marble in a bottle, and my paint pouring recipe and instructions are under the video. We got some really cool stuff happening here. I don't know if it's Patty wanted pillows, and there are some pretty good sized pillows in there, so we basically did get what we wanted. It's an interesting color palette. It's not hurting my feelings any. I like it. Pretty sure we could stretch it out even more if I wanted to, but I don't really want to lose the cells I've got. Check under the video for my T-string clothing. There's all over print t-shirts and all over print leggings, and they are pretty cool. Sometimes I put more colors in places. I don't think I need to do anything else to this really right now. We're gonna go mix up some blooming recipe and see if we can't do a bloom before Patty leaves. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio, reminding you to go check on Facebook, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. Appreciation group is for students. Yes, do your blowing before you torch, unless your paint is so heavy like mine that you can actually get away with it, or you're extremely fortunate. I am extremely fortunate. I'm going to leave this edge catcher, throw that in the bucket, call it good, check my list. Thank you guys for all the contributions so far. It's a $10 minimum to get in the monthly drawing, and there is an exhibition video in the last 20 seconds that'll show you what the prizes are this month. And I love you guys for all the comments you leave me. You keep my morale up when I need it. And look for my playlists on the community board. Excuse me. Look for the my playlists on my channel. And creative playlists will get you 11 genres and 10 lists of 100. And you will also find a community board where you will most often see tomorrow's video if you're not looking for it on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group. And that's another place that I post it. I see that little bit of orange and I want more now.
Stop.
Yeah, no, I think I can restrain myself. I'm going to try really hard. Belligerent girl. All right, you guys, I love you. We'll see you soon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.